in the hot, in the heat. It is hot. It is so damn hot. And there's no shade, there's nowhere to park, and the sun's coming over to this side of the car, and we're in trouble. We're all gonna burn and melt and die, and oh my God, what is happening? It is bloody hot. 38 degrees. I almost didn't even want to wear perfume today. I was like, no, I shouldn't wear anything, but I was like, I can't do a live stream and not wear perfume. Yo, what is happening? Dan won the yo, Rich Mitch, good to see you guys. It is hot. Mitra K, Dushan, Baz, what is happening? Oh my God, it is so hot, I'm melting. I feel like butter. You know when butter's like mushy? That's how I feel right now. But Monday, here we are. We're back in the saddle. Thank God it's not so hot here now. Had much rain. Ooh, rain in the summer usually means humidity here. Like when it gets super humid, we know that the air cannot take any more moisture on and something's gonna bust. You know, the seams are gonna bust, so we know it's gonna start raining. And then it starts the cycle effect. When it rains, it breaks the heat wave, but it's only like a couple of days later till the heat comes back. Mitra says we are cool now. No, we are busted. We are bursting. Today would have been a good day to be at the lake. Like today would have been perfect. While it rained all day Saturday, I was like, today would have been nice. Yesterday was nice, but we're back here. My son has his, I was gonna say confirmation. He has his graduation today. But how's everyone doing? I am in. I was like, what the hell am I gonna wear in this heat wave? This is, it's hot. It is damn hot. What am I gonna wear? And I think whatever I would have put on would have just vanished, you know, would have disappeared. Like perfume in this weather is useless. Doesn't stand a chance. Does not stand a chance, but I'm in New York Intense. I took this big aromatic lavender out for a spin just because I love it, and this might have a chance against the heat. Zip it. We don't like noise pollution. Unless it's our own, of course. Rain, shitty weather here too. Dan has plans to go to Austin, Texas. I might postpone. Man, I imagine that's fucking hot over there too. Buzz says Norway and Northern England, same. It just says that's life in Canada. Great weather during the week. Pouring rain on the weekend. Come on, Mitra. Yeah. I mean, there was one summer it literally rained every single weekend. Every weekend. Dushan, thank you for the super chat. 1,000 Roman dinars, Serbian dinars. Happy summer, everyone. Like the stream for Les Straits. Yes, thank you so much. You kind sir. Hope you're having a good day. Like the stream for Dushan. Have you tried Iris Medici from Nicolai? I've not. No. We need a Nicolai boutique here in Toronto. It's weird. The only place I can really test these is at a discount shop. There's no boutique. Like Samir carries some of these, and he's got testers. Samir's at Maximum Fragrance. I think the witches from 1666 Boston cursed our weekends. The week is decent, but it's always pouring every single... Guys, stop it. No, we're gonna have a beautiful summer, okay? No more rain, that's it. The rain's going away. It's just like coming and going, passing. Look, we got beautiful weather right now. So, that's all that matters. Right now is all that matters. Buzz says, I followed Mitra the other day. I like the look of her channel. What did you like? What did you like specifically, Buzz? I mean, I started following you. Niche Essence I haven't been to Niche Essence in years. I haven't been to the new location at all, ever. Dan says, by the way, I pulled the plug and got Bond number 9 Nomad. You know I have to own every oud and rose out there. Ooh. You know, I have no idea when Bond releases a new fragrance. I don't get any updates or excitement or anything. I really feel nothing. So I don't even know that they still make fragrances. It's been so long since I've heard of a new Bond release, Bond number 9. Or at one time there was a little bit of excitement for Bond, early Fragcom, like YouTube days. Now it's like I don't ever hear anything. New York Intense is such a good perfume. It is such a good, it's an excellent perfume. It's like the epitome of great perfumery, I find. It's fun, it wears amazing, it smells good, you know, it makes me feel good when I wear it. The vanilla in here is a bit, like, this isn't a sweet perfume. It's not a gourmand perfume, but the vanilla, it's got a really nice vanilla that makes me feel like I want to eat this lavender and vanilla perfume. But there's a lot of great lavender and vanilla combos out there. And this is definitely at the top of that list. It's a nice barbershop fougere. Very citrusy, fresh. You got those beautiful citruses in the top, like the citrus grinds, the lemons, the bergamots, the citrons, the green skin, the flesh. I love lavender vanilla latte. Lavender vanilla like Jersey. Yeah, Jersey's a lavender vanilla, but it's very different from this. This is much more aromatic, I find. Jersey's more sweet, more tonka bean vanilla. This is citrus, lavender, leather, and vanilla. I mean, it's got so much more going on, but that's the bulk of it. That's the meat and potatoes. Very citrusy, very aromatic. Dry, it's got some dry, but it's not a dry perfume. The lavender is specifically is dry, but it's not a dry perfume. It's actually very bright and juicy. And it's got cold notes and warm notes. It's got the shaving foam. I get the shaving foam, the barbershop accord. It just says never tried New York Intense. Green skin like the Grinch. Nothing. Yeah, bergamot. The Grinch must be. He came from a bergamot, I guess. Eh? Oh, I got your samples here. I've got some samples here for Omar. Omar's got ordered some samples to a friend. So shout outs to Omar. Your samples are on their way. I got some samples going to Gibsonia, PA. Is that Pennsylvania? So on their way. Les Ups Today samples for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hope you enjoy your samples. And if you do, come back for a full bottle. Use shipping code FREE. Unlike this guy who ordered Bellam to Groton, MA. On its way. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And this guy who ordered Descendre to Al Raba, AZ, United Arab Emirates. Okay, so enjoy Descendre. Thank you, thank you, thank you. On its way. On its way. On its way. Everything is on its way. Nothing is stuck. It's all in flow. I like his smiles. Who smiles? What's happening, Rudy? Good to see Rudy. Oh, this is so refreshing. It's so hot, guys. It is super hot. This is about as hot as I want to go. This is even way too hot for me. I think this is why I'm a night creep. I like creeping the nights because you avoid this. Unless I'm at the beach or around water, I really don't want to be in this. I want to be under a tree at this time. But there's no trees big enough right now because the sun is exactly at the top and the shade doesn't really reach out. It's just straight down. The shade goes straight down. So there's no shade to park under anywhere. But yeah, that's why the night is so much cooler. But I mean, if it was cooler, you'd think there'd be so many more people out at night, and there's not. There's nobody out at night. People are afraid of the night. Or, I think some of it might be fear. People are afraid to come out at night, or we're just conditioned to be out during the sun. Don't forget SPF. I'm good, but it's all yours, bud. What's happening? Good to see Husnia. Is that a wink? Yeah, it is a wink, okay. Dan says, imagine me being already hot, plus the heat. I'm literally burning. I couldn't even imagine. I can't even imagine the diva that you would turn into. Sweaty pants in this heat? Oh, Dan, what would that turn into? We'd have to go and change, wouldn't we? Dan would make us stop somewhere to change. I know it. It smells like smoke here from the fires. We got smoke the first week, but we haven't got any since. They canceled my son's football game because of the smoke. I was like, because of a little bit of smoke in the air, they're canceling a football game? Like we're like 4 provinces away. You realize that? Rudy, Oody, Woody. Rudy's in Bald Afrique. Bald Eye Freak. Yeah, it's nice for the heat. It's juicy. It's fruit juice in the heat. It is nice in the heat. Sweet. It's sweet juice. Sweet fruits. Ooh, Dan wants me to call him Stepan. Fuck. I don't know about this kink you got, bro. Where's this going? Tell me, where's this heading? Balda Freak or Bitter Peach? Balda Freak, just on account I don't really know Bitter Peach. But Balda Freak over Pesh Mirage for certainly. Stiepko. Stipe Miocic. He was a UFC champ. We'll just call you Stipe. Stipe's a little bit more hard-ass than Stepan. Stepan's like, we'll call you Stipe. Stipe's hard. We're gonna shorten it for you. Stipe. S-T-I-P-E. But why you want to change your name for? All these, you're famous. All these Hollywood people want to change their name. Nobody wants to keep their name. What would I change? If I was famous, what would I change my name to? It would be like North Dakota or something like that. You know what I mean? It's got to sound Hollywood. Even though I would never. Stipe is a firefighter. No, a UFC fighter. Bob. What about Bob? How about Eugene Levy? I mean, he's got my name. He made it. He made it pretty good. What's happening? Fragrance game. Been a while. Hope you're well. My scent today is Chanel and Tez. Whoa. Good one. But I would melt an Antaeus today. That's like pouring gasoline on a fire. It is so damn hot here. Is it hot where you are? I would suffocate in that stuff. Yeah, today's really, really hot. There's no way I would. I mean, this isn't stuffy at all. I find this juicy and fresh enough. This is a good dose of freshness. Incredible freshness. Long-lasting freshness. And that's the only reason I wore this today. Like, there's no way I'd put on something like Patchouli 24 or something really heavy. I don't know how people wear Le Lion in this weather in the Middle East. Oh, Stipe was a firefighter first. American Croat. Dusan says, if I could change my voice, I would sound like Ronnie James Dio. Who's that? I like Leo. Nice name. Like DiCaprio? Leo DiCaprio? Imagine wearing Oud Mineral in this heat. Almost reached for it. Well, isn't it meant for this heat? The freshness of it? It's kind of oceanic and seaweedy and a bit green. I think it's meant for this humid weather, no? So yeah, Stipe works as a firefighter too. Antaeus in Northeast England is cold. Ha! Oh, you're lucky. I would swap with you right now. I didn't know Stipe was a firefighter. Dan went with Silver Mountain Water instead, very light. Fev D from Dior or Tonka from Le Labo? Ooh. Tonka Imperial. Ooh. Yeah, these are tough for me, man. Tonka from Le Labo it's a tough wear. It's all cedar. Really spicy cedar, cinnamon and cedar. And it gets dirty in the dry down. The Tonka bean or the cedar get really dirty. It's a bit Christmassy too, but so is Fev D is Christmassy as well. Very cinnamony, spicy, ambery. Sweet. Fev D is so damn sweet. Sugary sweet. Oh man, that's tough for me. I don't know. I'm not crazy about either. What do you guys say? I think I would personally take Fev D just because it's better blended. Tonka Imperial is more challenging, but that doesn't make it a better fragrance. It's really dry too. I think I would go with Fev D. Creed Virgin Island water in Europa are my summer favorite. Since I bet you Virgin Island water would be great in this heat. In the heat. In the summer. Yeah, I don't like Leo D, but the name Leo is nice. If I were to change my name, it would be Mitra. Why don't you like Leo D? What do you got against Leo D? When's the last time you got a hickey? Oh, fuck, Dad. I almost forgot about those, bro. Hickey. Last time I got a hickey, it's been probably 10 years, maybe more. Tonka is a Croatian female name. I've never heard that. Fev over Tonka. I think I would say Fev, but I suffer with both of these. I much prefer Guerlain's Tonka. And I can't even recall Frederick Moll doing Tonka. Maybe an Iris Poudre. It's really the only Tonka that comes to my mind. Has Chanel done the Tonka bean? They haven't, have they? I feel like there's tons of Tonka in tobacco honey tobacco. Fev D is almost as bad as Tobacolor. Yeah, but not quite. Tobacolor is the worst. Tobacolor is hard to wear. It's so bad because of its blending. Fev D isn't blended bad. It's just overly sweet. I like how smooth it is, but it's just overly sweet. But it's super Play-Doh-y too. Fev D has this kind of, yeah, it's gourmandy. It's sweet. It's definitely got something in there that's addictive. It's a super addictive, like high fructose corn syrup. Something that has you coming like wanting it more and more and more. Sugary. Fev D or Fev Gourmand? I would take Fev Gourmand over Fev D. But Fev Gourmand is sweet, right? But I find it's sweet. I don't know. I find it more interesting. I find it goes through more things that I enjoy. More curves. It has more nuances. It's more ambery. I prefer it to Fev D. Favorite Tonka. Tonka Imperial. Just because it's not all about Tonka, there's other things in there. You know, lavender, amber. It's not as sweet. It's got the hay accord. It's like it focuses on the Tonka, but not the sweetest parts. It's the coumarin, the leather, the hay. Dushan says Mitra is a beautiful name. She was a Persian goddess of light. A Ludholm Sport Extreme is Tonka. Yeah, and it's a really bad one, Carl. It's really synthetic. Fragrance Graham says, do you ever just stop what you're doing, head over to your collection and start sniffing the caps of your bottles? I do it too often. All the time. Almost every day. When I get home from work, before I go to work, when I, you know, I'll just sit there and smell. Maybe a dozen. Sometimes it's 2, sometimes it's more. And enjoy my collection. I mean, that's what it's there for, right? That's why we have them. We can't wear them all, but I enjoy referencing them. Dante Bra gives me Tonka vibes, says Rudy. Yeah. What else gives Tonka in Frederick Mall? Or in Chanel? You get kind of that Tonka in Paris Venice, the Tonka vanilla, but not full-on sweet hammering Tonka. Just going to put the debate to rest and confirm Oud Isfahan is the best Dior that exists. It's not even my opinion. It's just fact, says Dan. What makes that a fact? I mean, it's good. I would say leather oud. I think I actually even prefer Ombre Nuit now after I re-fell in love with Ombre Nuit last week. Does that ever happen to you guys? Like, you know you love something and you don't wear it for a long time and you put it on, you're like, oh, I've loved you from always. I just forgotten about you and don't have time for you because there's so many others. But it's great to meet you again. And Mull is overdue for a new fragrance. Yeah, I kind of wonder where they're going to go with that and how Frederick is going to show up or not show up for the brand. Like, do you think he's officially done? I know he says so, but just like Jean-Claude Elena, we know he still goes to Hermes, and we know he still has contact, or he did after he left, right? He stayed on as a counselor. Fev was made for Bobby Dior. A bespoke Bobby. Then they should have canceled it or discontinued it. Yeah, I'm glad I have a bottle of Fev. I don't wear it very often. It's so sweet. Fev D, lavender, tonka bean, huge cinnamon, vanilla. What caramel? Lots of caramel. Lots of caramel. Lots of goopy. Tonka, Fev D was one of the first perfumes that brought to my mind the word goopy. I use the word goopy a lot, especially with Tonka, and that's the first time I'm like, okay, this is fucking goopy. It's just like Tonka bean, warm Tonka bean melting and just becoming goopy off of your skin. Like you can feel the perfume is getting goopy too. You just favorite Tonka as Montal Arabian style? No, I don't like Montal, man, at all. Boucheron has a really nice Tonka. Tonka Hysteria is nice too. What is that? Tonka Hysteria from D'Orsay last year was good, real good. Mitra also means friend in Sanskrit. Hi, friend. Hi, friends. Hi, friends. Welcome, friends. It's good to see friends. Jean-Guy is my friend. He's a really good friend. He listens to all my needs and all my things. I can go to Jean-Guy for anything. I usually do, because he's just cool. I go to Saltwater. Tonka X-Ray is beautiful too. That's the Guerlain exclusive, right? Ideal EDP with cherry almond leather Tonka. How do we get into this Tonka? Where did the Tonka start from? Who started this Tonka crap? There was a time I really hated Tonka. Like, I deeply hated Tonka. Anything with Tonka in it, like Fev D, I really, really strongly disliked. Like, it took me a long time to actually appreciate Tonka. Just because a lot of the times they bring out the sweet notes in it, the sugary accords. I like more the drier facets of Tonka. Like the hay, like the leathery things. But yeah, it can become super goopy. Goopy Tonka. What's happening, Ricardo, in Brazil? Good to see Ricardo. It's scorching over here. Same here, Ricardo. I'm fucking melting. And it's only going to be a matter of time before the sun kind of shifts over here and starts beaming in the car. I'm going to have to end the stream before that, but I'm still protected by shade. As soon as the sun, it's kind of right here. It's only a couple of, like, less than a foot away, but as soon as it starts coming in, I'm going to have to get going. But yeah, it is scorching. It's like a magnifying glass. Look at this. It's hot. Hot. The sun is hot. But you're wearing Dior Homme cologne today. Yeah, today's a great day for cologne if you're being indoors. Outdoors, perfume is useless in this weather. The air is just so thick and muggy. Fragrance doesn't have a chance. I also posted a question on my Instagram. What summer gem to add to my collection? And light blue was the most replied. Get the light blue for women, dude. Don't get the men's light blue. The light blue for women is amazing. And nobody will know. Nobody will know. Nobody will know. I promise. Nobody will know. Nobody will know. Get the one for women. Mitra says, of course you do, but now I don't know what she's referring to. Of course you do too. The facts are opinions based on perception. Yeah, everything is the perception, and everything, nothing is really real. Nothing is real, nothing is true. Unless you make it true. Bois d'Argent is my favorite from Dior. Second is Eau Noire. Yeah, those are great. I love those too. Can't forget Leather Oud. Ombre Nuit is special. It's super special. Rose, I love Rose. Mitza, special. Justin says, let's get some dessert. What kind of dessert would you like? I apologize to those bottles that I don't wear, but I love. Dior New Look 1947 beats Eau d'Espagne to me. Also Dior Eau Sauvage. I like 47, New Look 47. I like that a lot. Jasmine and cedarwood. Powdery jasmine, cosmetic-y. Spicy. Rudy says the next one might be the last Frederick Mull is involved with. I think I've heard that before though, like with Acne. Wasn't that supposed to be the last one? Or Hope, or what else? I feel like I've heard this song before. Cheval Blanc and Dior Moore are my faves from Dior. I like those as well. And Mitsa. Mitsa is my third favorite, says Rudy. The tobacco honey is so goopy and headachy. That thing brings on the... It touches a nerve in my brain that I've never felt before. Like, I've never noticed this region in my brain when I wear tobacco honey. I don't know what it is. It's a new synthetic I feel like they're using. But I also feel like an overdose of eugenol will give me a headache. Too much eugenol will give me... It'll give me like, you know what I mean? Screwy. Eugenol is clove and carnation. Too much of it overdosed, like high pitched, it's piercing. It could be like, and that could be it from tobacco honey. It's got a lot of eugenol. And I like eugenol and Eugene. I like Eugene and eugenol. But I like clove carnation, just not too much of it. You look like I don't give a fuck if I hurt people type man, are you, young fighter? Well, I definitely don't like hurting people. Not on purpose, anyway. I mean, if it's an accident, it's an accident, right? We call it an accident. Omar says he is, oh, good to see Omar. I got your samples here. They're going out today, bud. In Moschino Toy Boy, surprisingly okay in the heat. That's another rose. To me, that's a rose. Do the new Guerlain Ambre Amira have Tonka? Yeah, I would say it's very ambery, smoky amber, vanillic. Yeah, I would say Tonka. I don't remember it right now, but yeah. Spicy, ambery, oriental with Tonka, vanilla, patchouli, all that. Very resinous and rubbery too. Kind of like Grand Soir. Who is responsible for the Tonka train? The consumers. It's always the consumers. We're the ones buying the stuff. They wouldn't make it if it wasn't for us, right? If the stuff was sitting on shelves, do you think they would keep buying it or making it? Probably not. So we're the ones that give them the green light. Who's buying this stuff? Which one of you guys is buying this stuff? Reveal yourselves. Let us know where you are. What's Ombre Amira? Isn't that the new Guerlain? Absolutes. What the hell is the collection called now? Aqua Allegoria. Same. Most Tonkas smell like over-sweetened dates. Armani Code is the best Tonka. Praise Antoine Lee. Ooh. Armani Code is the best Tonka. What's happening, Bobby Dior? I know he doesn't mean that when he says Fev sucks. If Bobby Dior does a top 10 favorite perfumes of all time, I imagine Fev is going to be on that list. I imagine it'd be loaded with Dior's. I'm sure he's probably even done this once or twice, but if you were to redo it right now, that's what I want to know, is right now. Chantal is saying, just scrolling through to say hi, and I hope you're all having a wonderful day. Thank you so much, Chantal. It's beautiful, stunning, and gorgeous. And I'm just happy to be here one more day. I'm just happy to be here. Never know when it's going to end. So thank you, and we hope you're having a wonderful and beautiful and stunning day as well. Wherever you are in the world, whatever you're doing, whoever you're with, we hope you're smiling on the inside, at least on the inside. You can have resting bitch face on the outside, it's all good. As long as this is smiling. This is what we want, to smile. Light blue for women is so good. Yeah, I agree. It's very paradey. Actually, I used to think that. I gotta try it now. It's very grapefruity. I used to think Parade from Celine was so much like Dolce Gabbana Pour Femme, light blue. And now I gotta revisit it, because now I've worn a lot of Parade since then. So I gotta revisit it. But Parade is a big, fresh, aquatic grapefruit, sort of. A salty aquatic with grapefruit citruses. I get vetiver, I imagine. I'll wear the night in this weather like a real Arab. You guys are mighty, man. You guys are mighty perfume wearers. I wasn't built for this stuff. I just, nah. I'd rather wear nothing than wear 20 pounds of oud. All right, the sun's like 8 inches away. Someone gifted it to me and I like it. Which one? A light blue? Oh, okay. That's my mom's that's one of her signatures. She loves it as well. Her signature would be light blue. Le Petite Robe Noire. She loves Le Petite Robe Noire. She loves Rose. She loves Towers Roseville. I gave her my bottle of Roseville. She loves Rose Nacree, Guerlain Rose Nacree. I gave her a bottle of that. She smelled it on me and she's like blown away. She's like, "What are you wearing?" I was like, "It's got rose, Mom. No wonder you like it so much." She's like, "I love it." Yeah, most of her perfumes are rose, but light blue is one of her signatures. What's happening, Offenlicht? Good to see you. Brockstar, good to see Brockstar. And Imagination, I still gotta get familiar with that. Hey bro, how are you? Doing great, how are you? Banana and ice cream, yes please. I had lots of ice cream at the lake, like lots of ice cream. I forgave myself. I was like, you deserve it. Don't use cigarette. I won't, I promise. Mitra says decluttered Grand Ball and Granville yesterday. Grand Ball. Grand Ball's another big jasmine, isn't it? It's weird. Dior has at least 3 big jasmines. Jasmine d'Ange, 1947, and Grand Ball. They probably got even more in that collection. It's a lot of jasmine, don't you think? Somebody's got a wood for jasmine. How many roses do they have in that collection? If they've got 3 jasmines, I imagine they're gonna have 3 roses as well. They got Le Col Noir, Oud Isfahan. Is there another rose oud? Oh, Rose Star. I haven't smelled Rose Star yet. Has that even been officially released, or was that just a meme? Has anyone smelled Rose Star? Or it might have been a Middle Eastern exclusive. Shauna is here. Good to see Shauna. Hi, Eugene. I just joined and heard your phrase, "No one will ever know," and it instantly lifted my mood. You have a real talent for bringing positivity to people. Shauna, it's so good to see you. I'm glad that you are doing well. Thanks for joining us. Let us know what you're wearing in the comments. But yes, they'll never know, Shauna. They'll never know. Just do you, be free. Nobody thinks about you. Nobody thinks about what you're doing, or, you know what I mean? Like, don't be afraid to express yourself or be yourself, and when you do, you feel better and you feel free and you feel in flow, and nobody really thinks twice about it. Everybody's got their own thing going on in life, you know? Like, life is busy and we're all in this mad rush and this rat race, and we're all like lost in our own worlds. That, I mean, even if somebody is thinking about you, take it as a positive thing, and they're spending their energy on you, you know what I mean? Whether it's good or bad, it doesn't matter, but their energy is focused on you, and that's it. You just worry about being you, to your truest. Just be true to yourself. But yeah, it's good to see you. It's good to see everyone. Best Dior ever made is Dior Homme Intense. And it's not even close. Best Dior ever made is Dior Homme Intense. It's not even close. All right, what about Fahrenheit Parfum? What about Fahrenheit Parfum? What about Eau Sauvage? I mean, yeah, Dior Homme, it's great. I love it too, but Dior's got a lot of really good perfumes. Addict, What about Addict? Carl, you're giving me FOMO heart attack. I was like, did I miss something? What's Carl hyping now? Oh, yeah, okay, the newest Guerlain Oriental. Dushan is recommending vintage jewels to Uznia for best Dior ever. What's happening, Baboosh? Good to see Baboosh. How you doing? How's life treating you, Baboosh? We are melting over here, man. Melting. Ricardo says Tonka bean is amazing when used to finish dishes. It adds a lightly spiced, sweet, and aromatic touch. Ooh, be great with rose water then. I really appreciate it. Around here, we often call it Brazilian vanilla, since traditional vanilla pods originate from Mexico, while Tonka comes from Amazon rain info. And it's amazing how vanilla can be different from one region to the next. Like, I love the vanilla in this because it's not that overly sweet, sugared, beany vanilla. It's actually just a really bland vanilla, you know. But you can, it's like a white or a clean or a ghostly vanilla, more than it is like an ambery Tonka bean patchouli vanilla. And it's just slightly dosed, like just enough to tell that, you know, it's like you're having a lick of somebody's vanilla ice cream cone instead of having the whole cone itself. That's what it feels like. You're not releasing the insulin, the gut wrenching. Ugh. It's just like a whiff of ice cream. Yeah, vanilla is really addictive. Tobacco honey is truly goopy. Maybe a big ethyl maltol. There's something. Maybe a big lots of things, including ethyl maltol. Lots of times I don't use real Tonka anyways, just coumarin. Scorching hot here. All the fragrances just seem to disappear. Strangely enough, Chanel Chance Eau Fresh is actually refreshing. Omar says, those samples are going to my brother. He smelled LDE and got very intrigued. Awesome. I hope he enjoys. Thank you. Thank you for sharing the samples with your friends. I think this is what, the third or fourth set that you've ordered for your friends? That's great. I appreciate that. Thanks. I hope that they enjoy them. Hi from Japan. Good to see Japan. Let us know what you are wearing in Japan. What fragrance or whatever else you want to tell us about. Often Lick said it rained in Berlin and now everything smells of rainy linden blossom. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, that does sound great. I love the smell of blossoms. Lilacs. You can still smell lilacs out, but I think this is going to be the end of it. This is very near the end of lilac season. Really, I have to compare Parade with Light Blue. Try it and let us know what you think. Do you have both? I can easily wear Oud in the heat. Oud Nude in this weather would be supreme. I want Oud Nude. I want a bottle of Oud Nude. The Dolce & Gabbana Red Cap Pourgine is nice too. Dolce & Gabbana Red Cap. That is a jasmine. Yes, I love that. I love that. She has good taste. She does. Someone help me study English. We will if you teach us Japanese. Nirvana or Oasis? Nirvana. They're the first gen. Oasis was good, but I feel like they're more of a second generation, heavily inspired by Nirvana. Imagination is definitely top tier summer. It just sucks because it's being cloned like crazy, and more often than not, I'm sure people are smelling the clones. I wonder if I've smelled a clone of Imagination in the wild. And if I did, I wouldn't even know it's Imagination because I don't know what Imagination smells like. Like, I've smelled it in the Louis Vuitton boutique on the strip, but it's so musky and airy, you don't really get a whole lot of vivid visuals. At least I don't. It's like my nose can't really perceive everything on that card because there's a lot of invisible things on there. It's a very invisible perfume on a blotter. That it feels like it takes time to wear it on skin, to mix with your chemistry, and for it to develop, and spend a couple hours with it really to get a visual, a clearer visual. Oasis Clear. I like Oasis, but they're not like Nirvana. I like Oasis a lot. I had all of their albums. Yeah, too much jasmine in that one wasn't for me. Red Cap? I really like Mike Krzyzewski. What's happening? Is that, how do you say your name? Your last name? Krzyzewski. Mike Krzyzewski was the coach of Notre Dame Blue Devils. But when you see his name and when you hear the word Krzyzewski, they don't make sense at all. But when I see your name, it kind of reminds me of his name. That's why I call him Mike Krzyzewski. He was the NCAA coach at Duke. I don't know if he's still coaching, but he was all the rage when we were young kids. Mike Krzyzewski. Dan says, I mean, even if people know a guy is wearing a light blue woman, who cares? I wear what? Yeah, exactly. Who cares? Nobody's going to say, that guy's wearing a woman's fragrance. I think in all my time, only one of my coworkers would say, you smell like a girl, you smell like a girl. And he would usually be spot on. I would always be wearing a woman's fragrance when he would call me out. But I'd be like, yeah, I am. So, like, are you okay with that or what? You know what I mean? I was totally all right with it, but he would know, and he would say, hey, you smell like a girl. Most of the other guys were cool. Most of the other guys didn't even notice or never commented. What's happening, ML? Sup, Eugene? Last stream I asked about aquatic marine without blue or fresh. I meant no blue or fruit, sweet tropical. Oh, so you want an aquatic marine. Aquatic marine without fruity, sweet, tropical, aquatic marine. You want something dry, aquatic marine. God, almost everything has something sweet. So you want something dry, maybe gin-like, tonic. I mean, even if I say Paris Edinburgh, it's still got some sweetness. Fruity, like juniper can be considered fruity, you know what I mean? Or it can be considered a spice. Guys, what can we recommend, ML? Aquatic marine without blue, fruity, sweet, tropical. I want that. I want that. I think in the last stream, Mitra recommended Salmarin. Have you tried Salmarin? That's like a salty aquatic. I would say a Peace Marine. I don't really consider, even though there's sweet notes in there, I wouldn't consider it sweet. What do you guys think? A Peace Marine? Is it a sweet aquatic? It's a salty, spicy, cedary aquatic. Very woody. Dank. Super spicy. How about Eau de Hermes? No sweet blue shit. No sweet. Very bitter, dry, citrusy, fresh. It isn't aquatic though. It's an O. It has water in the name, so it might not be the aquatic that you're looking for, but I would say it could fit the bill. It all depends on what you consider an O. This Eau de Hermes is an O. Have you tried any Frederick Mole? Which ones specifically? Karen says, I'll know if you're wearing Dolce & Gabbana light blue, but it's fine as long as I'm not the one who has to. You don't like light blue? You don't have to. There's so many elements in to go into what we all like, most importantly, age, I can see how old people like Fahrenheit. Yeah, it's familiar to them. Most young people today have never even smelled anything close to Fahrenheit. So if they were to smell Fahrenheit, they'd be like, what the Christ is this? Right? The materials in Fahrenheit, you don't even see any of the materials used today like the way they were in Fahrenheit. Everything is so clean today, so soapy, so fresh, so airy, so watery, minimalist, synthetic, goopy. No, for real, like if you were to look at designers, like Fahrenheit is a designer, to comparables from today's designers, they don't stand a chance. They don't stand a chance. Eau Noir is not bad either. Eau Noir is pretty great. What bottles do you have in your car? Space, nothing. It's way too hot to be leaving bottles in the car. You would be burying them. This would be their coffin. This is hot. I took everything out. This is, except for this. This is my scent of the day, but this won't be in here for more than another few hours. Be careful driving and being on live. Thank you so much for your concern, Journey. Appreciate it. Bobby says, yes, vanilla in New York Intense. I love the vanilla in Chanel. Pour Monsieur EDP. Yeah. Not sweet at all, right? It's like, I don't know, how would you classify? I just call it bland. Like a bland vanilla. Even though bland, I don't think is the right word either, because it's not really bland. But this is going to be the first bottle I drain. I just know it. I wear it too much to not. So, I imagine in about a year or so, this could be gone. Toronto lilacs are different. Yeah, they're the lilacs over by the water. If you go by the Lake Ontario, they're still kicking. I was there not too long ago and I can smell them. I was like, holy shit. We are almost, like, this is the end of June, going into July, and they're still around. Because they don't last very long. Sometimes just 3 weeks of the year or a month or something. Eugene, test the new Louis Vuitton releases after 2020. You can make a few reviews where you trash them and get a bunch of hating comments. It would be funny. Negative feedback happened on your Le Labo reviews. Oh yeah, the Le Labo trashing videos got tons and tons of views. The comments are almost hysterical. People get really upset, yeah. So what, just go and trash a bunch of Louis Vuittons? Are you into caraway or cumin in perfumes? What are your thoughts about? I love cumin. Caraway too. I don't think we see caraway as much, but cumin is a big love of mine. Clove. I think clove maybe more. Clove feels more palatable. Cumin is a bit more challenging. But I find clove super masculine. Like, I think that is the one thing you can add to a fragrance and right away it goes from being neutral to masculine. Clove, instantly. But cumin's cool too. Also, apparently hating on the imagination is cool now, just like hating on Baccarat Rouge 540 makes you cool and edgy. You equals people in general. Well, I'd like to smell it and wear it and understand it before I say anything. You know what I mean? Like, I get that it's Louis Vuitton. It might be a good fragrance. It might. I've not tried it. I've not worn it. I might like it. I might say, fuck, this is... but I'm not going to agree with the price. What's the price? I know it's a super fresh cologne thing. Imagination is way better than BR540. Ooh, I don't mind BR540. Oud Mineral and Mega Mare are aquatic marines. Oud Mineral and Mega Mare are aquatic marines, as well as a Peace Marine, without the sweetness. Yeah, without, they're more bitter. Oud Mineral is more bitter, like seaweed. Briny. Ooh, I love Selmerit. I need me a bottle. Oud Mineral, aquatic marine. Okay, cool, says Baccarat Rouge 540 is a masterpiece. Okay. Cumin in the Peace Marine. Yes, cumin in the Peace. Lots of spices in the Peace Marine. All of the kitchen spices in the Peace Marine. All the cutting spices. Dans le Bleu qui Petit is sultry aquatic with incense and spices, very fresh. Are you James Bond? I am not James Bond. Hermes Eau de Merveille Bleu for non-sweet, a marine-styled fragrance. I have that and I like that. I thought about wearing that today, actually. I thought about it, but I was like, I just thought maybe New York Intense would be more interesting to talk about. But I did think about wearing Eau de Merveille Bleu. That's another salt, it's a dry, salty fragrance. Almost seashore-ish, no? A bit grapefruity, citrusy, mineralic. I find it mineralic. Good evening, all. How are you doing, Doobie Dabkey? Good to see you. Fahrenheit as a designer has been reformulated as well to replicate the smell of the original, but the quality is definitely not the same, I'm sure. Yeah, it's a lot of woody replacement materials. A lot of replacement fillers, like dog food. It's shaving time. The bar is waiting. Go let her rip, man. Often like says, I'm fairly young and I managed to get a friend to admit he likes Shalimar EDT recently. Felt like a triumph because most friends my age call it a grandma scent. Yeah. When I smelled Shalimar, like the idea of Shalimar for the first time, it was like deja vu for me. It's like, this feels like home. This feels familiar. I've never smelled this before, but I feel like it's a part of me. The idea of this lives in me. You know, it just felt so familiar, so cozy and so homey. Even though it was really strange. In one sense, it was really strange and eerie, but it was like, I love this. You know, it just felt so cozy inside of me. You know, your feelings, you know, when you smell something, you interpret a perfume for the first time, you're like, oh, I hate this, or whatever. Shalimar it sat so cozy. Like I opened the door for it, it came right in like it's been in my house 1,000 times. You know, it didn't ask where it can sit. It just made itself at home. And it was just like, it was love, like instantly. I don't know how much of that has to do with age, though. What does that have to do with life experiences, or? Because somebody can smell Shalimar and have the complete opposite effect. It would be like total disgust and vomit. What are the worst exclusive lines? Louis Vuitton is up there. Probably Dolce & Gabbana. Versace's, yeah, are really bad. I smell Versace. Ooh. I don't find them interesting at all. I did not like the YSL, the earlier YSL, the first ones. I think they're getting a little bit better. But I, for myself, didn't like them. Is there clove in Lillet Met 37? It's a strictly masculine freshie for me. I believe there's tons of clove in Limet, clove and cedar. And that just drowns. It just takes away from the freshness. If I'm wearing something called Limet, I don't think I want it OD'd in clove. You know what I mean? Like, where clove is kind of the star of the show, because the lime plays like behind the woodier facets. Janet, hello everyone. I'm in the GTA and wow, it is hot and humid. Oh, welcome to Toronto. Awesome. How are you doing? Are you finding your way around? Everything is okay? What's going on? What's going on in the GTA? And yes, enjoy our humidity. Get lots of water, get lots of shade. Walk carefully. Ask Louis Vuitton essays to give you some free samples. I wonder who is the hardest to convince you to give you samples. I've gotten samples from Louis Vuitton, but I'm on their record. They'll always ask me for my phone number, then they'll punch it up and they'll see a service history. So they know I've purchased from there. Celine is the same way. They ask me for my phone number and they'll see the history. So they have no problem giving me samples, really. Hermes the first time? Nah, we don't got any samples. I was like, all right, really? You don't have any samples? Really? Really? You don't have any fucking samples? Wow. That's so interesting. All right. I come back a week later, spend $600. All of a sudden, they got samples. Samples are coming out of their ears. Oh, you want to try this? Oh, let us give you a sample of this. Oh, really? Please smell some Louis Vuittons. I will. I'll get my hand on some Louis Vuittons. Does New York Intense have Tonka? Not the... I'm gonna say yeah, but it's not apparent right now. I'm gonna say yeah, Carl, but it's not striking me right now. I like that Louis Vuitton allows you to refill your bottles for $100 less than the purchase price. My favorite modern designer brand is Comme des Garçons. Are they designer? They're so niche, they're almost niche. I would almost think of them as niche, but I know what you're saying because they have a clothing line, right? Although I love my DHI and Eau Sauvage Parfum. Yeah, I would almost consider Comme des Garçons niche, totally niche. The refill thing is something I never understood, says Boz. Dan says I need to move to Sweden, Iceland, or somewhere. Something where there is minimal summer sunlight so I can wear my ouds all year round. Move to Dubai or Newfoundland. The refill thing is to be eco-friendly. You save money by taking in your old bottle and save the planet. You're not saving eco shit friendly. One bottle ain't gonna do nothing. It's all marketing, bro. Louis Vuitton does not care about the eco. Nobody is saving the planet but the planet. Oz says you can move to northern Norway, Dan. Janice says, I'm technically senior. However, I find Shalimar too sharp. Something in there bites my nose. It's really a personal thing. Yeah, it's just something you don't like. There is a petrol accord in there. I find it very garish. Huge patchouli too. Like old school patchouli, hippie patchouli. Mitra says it's not just scents. Some people feel so familiar too without having even talked to them. Yeah, I definitely get that too. Connection to people without ever meeting them in person. But just like listening to them, watching their body language or their behavior. Yeah, I can definitely see that too. how energy connects energy, right? People are connected to energy. And if you're vibrating on the same energy as somebody else, I can see how you would be connected to them, to their energy. It's all an exchange of energy. You and Rich should get a bunch of Louis Vuitton, PDM, Xerjoff, etc. samples and do a stream of you guys sampling them. That would be fun. That would be fun. I imagine we'd be laughing our heads off. More companies need to make their bottles refillable, kind of like Christo and I used to do. Yeah, that would be fun. But in person. More companies need to make their bottles refillable. I know Mugler and Le Labo allow it too. Thoughts on Pure Malt by Mugler. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Omar, I don't really know. Louis Vuitton doesn't compare to PDM or Xerjoff. But once again, proving my point of hating on Louis Vuitton makes you think you're cool and edgy. Eugene, I'm in Kitchener-Waterloo, my hometown, visiting family. Oh, my sister lives in Cambridge. Cool. Okay, it is friggin' hotter than ever now. Shalimar is jaggedy. What makes it jaggedy? Bergamot and vanilla? No. It's the leather. Of the leather and the patchouli. It's not the powder that makes it, or the amber. It's the leather and patchouli that does that. It's the leather and patchouli that gives it its masculinity, its oomph, its roar. Because the other things I think would give them like a roundness, a softness. Shalimar does have some softness to it. It's not all monster. When Louis Vuitton is genuinely better and has more hits than even the Dior private line. What makes it hit is like sales, because something sells better. Who made it a hit? Is it us? The observers? Society? What makes something a hit? How do you know that Louis Vuitton is better than Dior private line? This is a fact. Is this universal? Is this a universal thought? Shalimar is and always will be a grandma, grandpa scent. Yeah, kinda. But that's what makes it so great. What do you think of Gris Charnel by BDK? I've not tried it. Gris means pig in Norwegian. I didn't know that. Hermes Brenda Réglisse would go amazing in the heat, as well as Rosy Kibana. Osmanthus Yunnan is too weak for me. Osmanthus Yunnan is dry. Very dry. It's a dry tea fragrance. Janet says, that's it, Eugene. It's the petrol gasoline in Shalimar that is hard for me to take. Yeah, I can understand that. It's kind of a turn-off. Anyone smelled like the Shalimar Jasmine Flanker? What you know about some Nirvana? Thanks all, says ML. I don't love aquatics or freshies, but like them in the heat in ice cold winter. It's tough finding ones that aren't full of tropical fruits, watermelon. How about eau de cologne? Try Chanel's eau de cologne. That's spectacular. Try eau de cologne. Try Hermes eau de orange verte. A really beautiful freshie. not really aquatics, but I mean, they got O's in the name, right? They are freshies. They are watery freshies. So I think that would fit for an aquatic. Often Lick says the EDT of Shalimar is much easier to take than the EDP. If you don't like EDP, try EDT. There you go. Babouche says, on behalf of the old buggers, Shalimar is a masterpiece. I would agree. Shalimar is a masterpiece. Yeah, without even second guessing it. Absolute master. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. To survive the test of time. It's still here, still loved and adored. Well after 100 years, you know what I mean? That it's still in existence and in production, and people are buying it and loving it, and we're still arguing it. We're still debating it. And it smells amazing too. And it's probably been the inspiration for countless of other ambers. Hundreds, if not thousands. So I would agree, Babouche. Shalimar is a masterpiece. Inspired by love. How can it not be a masterpiece? It's a powdery masterpiece. A fiery masterpiece. It was like Fahrenheit before Fahrenheit for women. 100 years before. You have to try Boss Bottle Absolute. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. If I was at home, I'd be wearing Diorissimo. I think Comme des Garçons is designer because they made clothes first. Try the new Balmain exclusive line. The bottles are amazing. I saw those. Yo, who was I with? I was with somebody a couple weeks ago. I might have been Galen. And we came across the Balmain line with Vent Vert and all these classics. Like, yeah, updated. I tried those. The square bottles, right? With the square kind of number 5 caps that sit up on the shoulder. I think they're like emerald cut. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I tried these. And I didn't mind them, you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't offended. I was like, oh, these are interesting. Hi there, how are you? I'm doing great, thanks. How are you? Why are you against the refill thing? I'm not against the refill thing at all. I just don't think Louis Vuitton cares about it. That's not, you know, I don't care. I don't think big brands care about saving the planet. That's not their agenda. Space says part of my hate for Louis Vuitton is their font style and English corny names. English corny names. Dior's got some corny names too. No, I don't want to hate them just on the, you know, the point of hating them. I do want to try their perfumes. I just find it funny when big corporations use the planet as like marketing gimmick, you know, to save the ecosystem. Really? Bobby says if I was still in the game, I would acquire Shalimar Jasmine. Bobby is selectively in the game, it seems like. He's very conscious. His selections are very conscious, but yeah, he's retired from the game. I think they only came in 50 ml. The millisemes, yeah, my millisemes are small too. 50 mLs. They say Habit Rouge is the male version of Shalimar. Do you think Guerlain did that on purpose? So when Habit Rouge was launched, the Guerlain family were really upset with Jean-Paul Guerlain for creating it. They found it too feminine and not masculine enough, and they didn't want to release it. And Jean-Paul just kept saying, I'm not changing it anymore. This is it. Like, he just kept reworking it because they found it too feminine. Even though he did, yes, he did take the base from Shalimar. But the other elder Guerlains, the family members, are like, no, this is way too feminine. We don't want this. But he went ahead and put out, and it's very controversial in their own family. But do you think it's on purpose? Yeah, because they do that. That's how they run their, that's how they run all their perfumes have familiarity to them, similarity, almost like family members. We all kind of, we aren't the same, but we have similarities. We look the same, So I guess that way consumers have something to connect back to, or look forward to, or connect to. Are those similarities? Is the aesthetic that runs through the house line, like Chanel has the Chanelade, Guerlain has the Guerlainade, right? The Tonka bean, the vanilla, the florals, the rose, the jasmine, whatever else they're using. Bobby says, I got 4 minutes to spray something. Your fault. Let us know what you're spraying. I got to get going too. I've got so much to do. What's in Brampton? A lot of people. A lot of people. How is Zegna exclusive line? I see people praising it. Who are people? I've not seen anyone praise it, except for Chad, maybe. That's something Chad would love. Zegna and Ferrari. But no, I've not seen anyone talk about Zegna. Christian says, if Cavalier remakes his Opium Pour Homme EDP for Louis Vuitton, I might buy that. Well, if he made one for Les Abstraits, I might buy that too. I would love for him to make me an Opium Pour Homme EDP. If you like patchouli done in a creamy way, try Paris Phone's Patchouli by Elictimus. Carl says ouds are great here. For me, Hope for Frederick Mull works every day. You like Hope? Are you loving it? Did you get a bottle? Bottle worthy? If you want watery perfumes, try Jo Malone. Do you like Chypre Azur from Les Indomptables? I would have to re-smell it again, but I would think yes. That is the big tuberose, isn't it? Chypre Azur. I think that's the tuberose. I would say yes. I do like it. The only Louis Vuitton that doesn't last is Afternoon Swim. All the others give good to amazing performance. Is it one of those musky things? Does it show up hours later? I bet you it does, even after you go for a swim. Even after you go for a swim in the pool, 8 hours later, you're sitting around in the sun, I bet you it still shows up. It's just filled with musks. What is your favorite smell on a man? A new idea. I want to smell a new idea. So Shalimar is a masterpiece, but 540 isn't. The logic isn't. Who is logicking this? Who are you arguing with, Dan? I'm not sure. Shalimar rules, says Bobby. Dujan says Shalimar is a masterpiece. 540 is a disaster piece. Dushan, how dare you, says Dan. 540 is a modern masterpiece. It's inspired so many clones. What's inspired? So many clones. So many clones. Karen loves Jo Malone's. I hope people keep hating them so I scoop secondhand bottles for a good price. They're all yours, Karen. Congratulations on your newest purchases of Jo Malone. We're thrilled for you. Let us know how they are. All opinions are your own. Karen, I do really like Myrrh and Tonka. This is Janet. A lot of black men always smell good. Yeah, elves is a bit much. Sounds like Lord of the Rings. I saw that, elves. What does that mean? What does elves mean? Don't tell me that's a Disney character too. when I wear the 540 body oil, I saw Persilay was doing a video of he was trying to get to Immortelle Solaire, and I was out doing things, so I couldn't really watch. I kept tuning in, and he's just constantly talking about Disney princesses. I was like, what the hell's going on here? What's up with all the Disney princesses? But I wasn't able to see the the elves there reminded me of the Disney princess. I wasn't able to catch his Immortelle Solaire review because he kept talking about princesses. To be honest, what perfume brand doesn't have corny names? Ooh. I tried the body lotion and was unimpressed. I'll try the body oil, but for me, the extrait is gorgeous, says Janet. Scent of the Day Givenchy Cologne. Have you tried Toba Color by Dior? I have. I have a bottle. And the 540 extrait doesn't play the peekaboo game, at least not to me. It can, it does. It doesn't, but yeah, it can. Peach schnapps. Peach is good. In what? Best peach. Mitsuko, game over. The phone's gonna have to die. I'm gonna have to get going soon. No, but the phone's still at 50%. I'm out of water though, and I ain't drinking my perfume. Rochas Femme is plum. So's Coco. But we've had this conversation. This conversation has met many times. Oh, Diaghilev is plum too. Peach is in Dolce Vita. I love the PDT of Rochas Femme. Hope was bottle worthy for me. It made me Promise DNA wearable and interesting for me. Ooh. Peach is the soul of Mitsuko. What's the concentration? What soul is Mitsuko? What concentration is Mitsuko's soul? Is it turned up to 100? Can it be any higher? En passant or Monsieur, which would you choose? Today? Oh, hell. En passant. Wearing Monsieur today would be like working on the road, pouring road tar. It's just so heavy. Yeah, too heavy. Monsieur smells like road tar. En passant is fresh, clean, floral, lilac, vanilla, oatmeal. It's very nice. Rose, a bit rosy. Karen wants ice cream. I want ice cream too. I'm gonna have to wait to have some ice cream. Maybe in a month I can have some ice cream. Supply and Demand says 540 is indeed a masterpiece. Dushan says let's order ice cream for Karen. What flavor should we get her? Let's get her salt and pepper. Something bitter. Pickles. You think she'd like that? I just had pistachio ice cream. Ooh. Elves is supposed to be pronounced LV. Get it? Oh, okay, I just got it. No way. It's pretty brilliant, to be honest. Corny as fuck, but brilliant. You know what I mean? But hey, I think that'll work with their crew. I think it'll be a huge hit, LV. It's got to be a hit, right? It's kind of like Dior having Dior Amour in its name, or Dior Riviera in their exclusive line. That's exactly what they're doing. They're trying to get the LV in the name of the fragrance, just like Guerlain put Mon Guerlain in the name of their fragrance. Brands love having their house name in the name of their perfumes. I think it's probably good for search, Google search, good for marketing. Yeah, Chanel. Does Chanel have that? No. Chanel doesn't have that, do they? They've got Le Lion is the closest, but they don't have Chanel in the name of their perfumes. Paris, they don't have Chanel. Do they? Does Chanel have the name of Chanel in their perfumes? And nothing is coming to my mind. Hope or the Night. Hope or the Night. I only know the Night. Eugene, if you had a daughter, would you name her Mitsuko? No, because she was a cheating whore. I love the name, but would I name her Mitsuko? If I was Japanese, I might. But Mitsuko was a cheater. She had 2 lovers. And she sent them to war against each other. What a horrible bitch. Like, oh my God. No, I would not name my daughter Mitsuko. Awful, awful, awful. How can we, guys, do we support this behavior? Like, do we support the story of Mitsuko? Would you want to be one of her lovers? Put yourself in their shoes. Would you want to be Mitsuko's lover? Going to fight some German or some Japanese soldier? I would not want salt and pepper pickle ice cream. How about jalapeno? What's happening, Milosh? Good to see Milosh and Habi Rouge, EDP. Today's work scent. If I hate a perfume in my collection, should I give it away or should I still keep it on my shelf to make the shelf look full? I think you should do whatever your heart desires. And if your heart desires to have a more full shelf, that would probably actually come from ego. Your heart would say, let's give it away to a more loving home. So if you're coming from your heart, give it away. If you're coming from your mind, keep it on your shelf. Dude, you got mental problems. All you talk about is fragrance. Thanks for watching, bro. You got bigger problems because you're watching a mental case talk about fragrance. And you're obsessed with watching. So I appreciate your love and support. Thanks for being here. A month for ice cream. Yuj, are you training for bodybuilding show or something? I'm just kidding. I'll have ice cream probably like Friday or something. You know what I mean? No, I'm not training for anything. Just for life, just enduring, just, you know, for the next 30 years, preparing me. Up at the cottage, up at the lake, I had like a pulled, like I wanted to play with the kids, but I'm 50 now, right? I'm still really healthy. I'm super healthy, but I pulled like my groin. So I couldn't even like, throwing a football hurt, right? And I was like, damn, I couldn't imagine being in pain all the time and not being able to play with my children, not being able to roughhouse with them or wrestle or not be like healthy, you know what I mean? So to me, it's just like, just be healthy. Be healthy. Be in tune, be aligned. Don't consume too much, you know? It's food is very addictive. Don't want to be consuming. I don't want to be distracting from my goal or my life. Just want to be on path. And it's good. It's good to be like calibrated, you know what I mean? Prepared. Rob, welcome to the party. Les abstrait, Eugenissimo. Oh, Bleu de Chanel. Oh yeah, there you go. How did I forget that one? Bleu de Chanel. And now they're gonna have Bleu in the extra, in the exclusive line. Yeah, Bleu de Chanel. Totally, Mon Guerlain. Like my Guerlain. Mon is my. Like this is my bottle of Guerlain, you know. Bleu de Chanel. Is that the first one, Bleu? See, they're all catching on. All the brands are catching on. All the design, they're all doing the same things. They're all copying each other. They all, see, first they all started having a blue fragrance. They all started with having a designer exclusive range. Then they do blue fragrances. Then they do... They'll attach another exclusive range to their exclusive range, like the Lizzo or the Esprit. We've been talking about that for years. What else? They all just do the same things. Yeah, putting their name in the perfumes. Like, that wasn't a thing before. They never did that before, did they? And now all of a sudden they all have their name in the fragrances. Eugene Coco. What's happening, Roman? Rosen Queer. Support Mitsuko's wrongs. Yeah, we're down for it. We're down for it. Chanel number 5, Chanel number 19. But I consider these like number 19. Is it Chanel in the name? No, it's just like number 19, number 5. Okay, Bleu de Chanel, yeah. It's Bleu. Okay, I'll give Bleu de Chanel, but is it called Chanel number 19 or is it just number 9? What does it say on the bottle? Tell Dior lovers your impression of vintage Fahrenheit on that Polish guy. Well, we got to save the stories. Then they do elixirs. Yeah, then elixirs. It's everything. The extracts for men, the discontinuations, the reformulations. Eugene, you do about 10 sprays of 31 Rue Cambon. That's mental. Ooh, not today. If I was wearing it today, I would probably wear like 3 or 4 maximum. 4 maximum. 5 and 19 should be in the Les Exclusive line. Don't ask twice, because then we'll be paying $500 a bottle for it. But yeah, they can be. Aesthetically, they can be. But guys, it's time to go. It's time to start heading in. We're at 2:20. Oh, I've got so many things to be doing today. But yeah, it was great seeing you. We got 30 in the house still. Hope you guys have a great day wherever you are in the world. Enjoy the rest of your day, your evening, your night, your afternoon, whatever you're doing. And we'll see y'all very soon. Bye for now. Ta-ta.